3-month review.
3 months? It feels like it's been 3 years and 3 days at the same time.
I think we said this last time we did this 3-month review.
Yeah.
That wasn't that long ago. 2 years. Right?
Wow.
I think it was about 2 years ago we were doing a 3-month review in Georgia.
When did we leave in
You
we
could
lived
probably
in Georgia?
see that, right? Yeah, right, Georgia. Georgia, that was a long time
I'm a
ago.
West Virginia in now.
Yeah, right.
Yeehaw.
We've been here 3 months. So we were going to do it. We got kittens over here just going nuts. They're funny. It's mid-September.
Yeah.
Mid-September.
Mid-September.
We've been here since, I think, first
June.
part of June.
First part of June.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about things we've done, things we got going, things, that kind of stuff. Review.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you want to talk about? How about you? You go first, because we're in different places now. We do kind of somewhat different things too. So
Yeah. I mean, we're going through the process of the first 3 months being here, right? So the first month was really just, or first couple of months really, was more so this house and was in the cabin or the cottage, Piddlin Cottage, right? And it was the process of the main house had no bathrooms, had no water, had no kitchen, had no air conditioning, and in the middle of the summer it was quite hot. So you could sleep over there, but everything else had to come over to the cottage.
Yeah, so you and Ian were over here eating and doing your laundry and showering.
And so over time, as we were able to do the projects, such as getting water to the house,
which was a big project.
That was a big project.
2 months.
2 months, a lot of things that needed to happen. And of course,
Kind of expensive too.
finishing all the bathrooms, getting the water to them, finishing the vanities, and learning a lot about that along the way, because I had never done anything like that, which was really fun.
You did grout for the first time.
That was really cool. And so
Fixed tile.
it feels like we got the kitchen in a month ago, maybe.
Yeah, so the kitchen was a big project.
The kitchen was a huge
Well,
project.
before we got to the kitchen, we had to move everything.
Yeah.
So we had to, because we moved the kitchen to where their pantry was going to be, and the pantry where their laundry was going to be, and their laundry where a half bath was,
Yeah.
which was all the way the other side of the house. So there was quite a bit of maneuvering, electrical wiring, plumbing, and all that stuff that had to be done. Then we had to design the kitchen and then get it ordered and then fight to get it here.
Yep.
And then install it. But you guys are cooking in there now.
We're cooking.
You're out of my kitchen.
That's
and in
right.
Your kitchen.
The house is done. It took 3 months, but for the most part, there's
Yeah.
still some things. We just got the hot water and the in-floor heating system fixed.
Yeah.
and
Yesterday.
set up.
Yesterday we installed a Heatmaster G Series G7000.
Ooh.
Yeah, G7000 wood gasification wood boiler, which is a real high efficiency rated, almost indoor wood boiler. So it burns wood, heats hot water, unlimited hot water, heats the in-floor radiant heating, which we found we didn't even know we had. We had leaks in it. I didn't tell you this. The guy yesterday, I showed him the pieces of tubing. And first he said, looks like somebody sanded it. And I go, you know, I'm not sure. I mean, because how would they sand it where we found it? We found it right at the plywood. And he goes, yeah, that's true. He started looking. He goes, you know, I've seen mice and rats eat this stuff trying to get to water. And, you know, he said, it looks sort of like sharp teeth. But anyway, kind of weird. So we found 3 leaks because they told us, the previous owner told us that it was no good.
Yeah.
It was
no
hidden
good.
in the wall, basically.
Yeah.
So he told us it was no good, but it is working. And we had it running last night, and
It's hot.
It's hot.
It's hot.
It works good. So we'll be interested to see if it goes up all 3 floors, because we have radiant heat through copper tubes up on the 2nd and 3rd floors, but they're not hooked up. They're not finished. So, and I'm going away from that right now because I've got other projects. So, but hopefully, the guy who put the boiler in thinks that the heat from the bottom floor, just those PEX tubing inside the floor, will heat the whole house. That would be interesting.
So we'll do a quick recap in the 3 months that we've been here. What are some of the things that we've done? Some of our projects.
So the kitchen was a big deal, right?
Yeah.
Getting water to the house, because we had to put in a auxiliary pump. We had to run 900 feet of wire, trench it, and run a 900 feet of wire. Put up a temporary power pole by the shop, which is going in. We finished 2 upstairs bathrooms and a 3rd floor bathroom. We added doors to
Yep.
the 2 bedrooms up on the 2nd floor. We have, what else have we done downstairs? Can't think of anything else downstairs, but I'm sure we've done it. We installed the laundry room and got all that working. We built out the pantry. We built a wall for the mechanical room, put in a hot water heater, and now that hot water heater is run off of the boiler, unlimited hot water.
Yep, pretty much painted everything. And also, not to mention, removed all of the furniture and stuff that was left here.
25 years of junk.
25 years of
We
stuff.
dismantled a piano.
Dismantled the piano. And that was just the main house, right?
Right.
And of course, there's a lot of other things going around. Right. We cleared.
Okay, so let's go to the cottage, because the cottage, Shelly's painted the whole thing, pretty much. We've got a lot of work to do in the cottage.
Yeah.
We're going to completely redo. We're going to blow out. We're going to take down 8 feet of the back of the cottage that was added on because it's sinking like this. You sit on the toilet and you're leaning backwards. So we're gonna, and the water piping is just awful, and the electricity is just awful. So we're gonna take the back 8 feet that was added. We're gonna go out 8 feet either side more, and then we're gonna add 16 feet. So we're gonna add a 16 by 40 basically part to the back, and we're going to put in 2 bathrooms, a new kitchen, and that kind of stuff. So that'll be in the spring, and we will heat it with radiant floor.
Yep, nice, very nice.
Yep. And then right now we've got going on. We've been prepping for months. We've been prepping to put a 36-foot wide by 72-foot long workshop garage kind of thing. Big building, post and beam building from the wood we brought up from Georgia. We've been cutting that consistently for 2 months.
Yeah.
And so that's getting prepped. The rock's there today. We're going to set the footings on Monday. So we're going to lay it out on Monday and start drilling the holes next week for the posts, for the footings. And then we're also landscaping, cutting in the footing for the garage.
Yep.
So we've been working on that too. We've taken a lot of dirt and expanded that area to make a garage and parking area for stuff. We've been fixing fences.
Yep.
So we've been working a lot in the pastures. We had to clear the 7 and 8 foot briars and olive trees and maples, all these locusts, all the weeds, the big weeds that have grown over the last 10, 15, 20 years. We've cleared about 20 acres of pasture land, and then we've cut it twice now.
Yeah.
So we cleared it with a bush hog, and then with a big bush hog, and then we cut it with a grass bush hog. We're clearing the fence lines, which is a lot of work.
Yeah.
Because we've got to clear all the trees back to the fence with the bush hog standing upright like this, and then we have to go in and clear the fence line by hand. We've rebuilt. So for the well, we dug in 4 feet into the ground down by the driveway, and we put in a pump and a 50-gallon pressure tank. And then we built that 4x4 structure and put it in the ground. Then the cottage is fed from a spring.
Yep.
So the spring has a box that's basically 5 by 5 or 5 by 6 feet. That was completely rotten. So we took that all out of the ground, and that's all in the ground. We took that all out of the ground, rebuilt that, replaced that, cleaned out the spring, which is really dry right now. We're having trouble with water because we've been in a drought, although it rained yesterday. And then that pumps up to a reservoir, 2,500-gallon reservoir, up by my bees that I got.
Bees.
So the 2,500-gallon reservoir, that box that was rotten. That had to be rebuilt. So we've built 3 boxes. And then I got a hive of bees about 2 months ago, and I've been learning about bees. And what it's like to get stung. Then and then I went ahead and got another hive. So I've got 2 hives of bees now, and they're producing honey. For the winter, they'll be good for the winter, and then hopefully next spring we'll have our first honey production. Yeah. So we've got what else? Oh, the garden.
The garden.
My Lord. That was a big job. So the garden was overgrown badly. So we had to go. We actually took the fence down, took the excavator in the garden, dug it all up, all that trees and all that stuff, and then a lot of hand digging.
Yeah.
Roots and stuff. And then we tilled it for a couple of weeks, and now Shelly's actually getting winter vegetables off of there.
Woo!
Yep. We moved, there was a toy house, like a 5 by 5 foot or 6 by 6 foot toy house back by the tobacco barn. We moved that up here and gave her a garden shed. That was a day-long project.
Yep.
We've cleaned out a lot of the spaces. The round barn, we probably took out 6 bucket loads of sheep's wool and hay that was left in there. And so we've got that. We got some storage in that little barn. That's just an open barn. And then we're working slowly on the tobacco barn, but we haven't really gotten there yet. But we sure cleared down around the ponds.
Yep. Getting that all nice and dandy.
Yep.
Cleared out both of them.
Yep.
Starting to get that nice. Taking down some trees, trying to clear some trees. Just starting to really get it back to where it was, into a nice, beautiful spot. But man, it looks like a tornado's gone through a lot of areas.
A lot of places. We got a lot of debris still to pick up, because when we take the Terminator, the big bush hog, in with the skid steer, and we use that, we can take down 6-inch trees. And so we start at the top and we just go da 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 da, and it puts out big splinters like pieces of log, and all of those have to be raked up by hand. But people are starting to visit now.
Yep.
And they're going to voluntarily help with that kind of stuff. So we're looking forward to that.
Yep. Speaking of that, we've had some friends come in, and we have a third house. We have a cabin that's down in the woods, and they've been working diligently on it for the past few weeks or so. So
that's been upgraded a lot.
There's an outhouse there now. They've got a water system there. We got a solar panel and
is that working? I haven't.
It is, yeah, it is. Solar generator as well. So
they are they pulling the power off the generator now? Did he hook up the generator, or is he just using it as a standalone?
I think right now it's a standalone that he brings back when he needs to, but they're kind of getting
when they need to.
Like when the battery runs out, you can bring the battery in and charge it, and then you.
Have they used the battery up?
Yeah, that's
really.
It's like they use like 30% a day or something like that.
Oh yeah, so
yeah.
And the solar panel's not charging it?
Well, it hasn't been any sun.
That's true. It's been raining.
It's been raining, so there's been no sun the past couple of days.
Right.
So, but it's been nice. They've been painted it all, and of course that was like a storage area.
Yep.
So they had to get all of that junk out of there as well, and just.
I need those outside doors for the shop.
Okay.
So,
nice.
Yep. Yeah, so we've still got lots of projects to do, obviously, but we're slowing down a little bit. It's getting towards fall, late fall, and everybody's getting settled in a little bit, so we're slowing down. Oh, the chicken house.
The chickens.
How can
and
we forget
the guineas?
We have how many chickens do we have left? 9. We have 9 chickens out of the 12 we had to start with.
16 guineas.
Yep, 16 guineas. What happened to those baby chickens?
We don't know. I mean,
Something got them.
Oh, that's right. The first days we put them in the coop, something came in at night and got 1, then got 2, or 2 then 1. That's right. But nothing's been there since. And then we bought 15 guineas, and they sent us 16. I guess that's a baker's 15. They're all out running around now eating ticks, which is what we wanted. They are loud, but they're out eating ticks.
You could probably hear them in the background some.
Yeah. But the chicken house itself was a big project. Just clearing to it. We found a peach tree, and we got all the peaches off of it this year. Boy, they were tasty.
They were real tasty.
And we still got some Shelly's canned them, or we got a bunch that's still in there frozen. We found a little apple tree that needs to be trimmed and fertilized, whoever's doing that. Now we're right now as we speak, we're landscaping around it, trying to flatten that area a little bit.
Make it look nice.
While we dug the trench for the wood boiler, we went right between those 2 trees, so we'll be able to have landscape in there. Let's see, we added outside water spigots and power outlets for future animals in the pastures, so we can water them easily. What else? What are we forgetting? Are we forgetting anything?
you cleared that little pasture.
For the fruit tree, for the fruit farm.
Yeah.
So there is a small paddock that's kind of behind to the southwest of the house that is fenced off. And they had planted walnut trees in there. And they were pretty high. They were 15 feet maybe. We took them all out and burned them.
They were.
Yeah, they were. We took them all out and burned them. Walnut trees are not very useful.
No.
Nobody eats walnuts.
Nobody wants
and they're just a mess.
Well, peaches.
Peaches.
And apples and pears and fruits.
So we have started to prep that ground for lots of fruit trees in the spring. We'll put them in the spring. Apparently that's the best time. Up in the upper field, we have piles of firewood that are left over that were here when we got here. And we also have over by the round barn, we've been cutting up wood. We have a couple of guys that live close helping us out because they want to participate in the season here in the, on the farm. So we've got, they've been helping, and they were born and raised here. They're funny, golly, they're funny. So you guys know who you are if you watch the video. They've been helping a lot with fences and stuff like that. So they have been cutting a lot of wood. So we are prepping wood because we got a wood stove in the main house, a wood stove here, and the wood burner. So we're gonna need lots of wood. So I went and got totes, these aluminum totes with plastic inserts in them. They put milk and oil and water and paint. They put all kinds of stuff in them for shipping. And when they're done with them, they just get rid of them. So we've got 6 of them. We need about 30 of them. And we're gonna put all of our firewood in those.
That's it. Not much. Just piddling.
Just piddling?
Just piddling.
So if you got any questions, please hit the subscribe button. Even if you don't have any questions, hit the subscribe button. Isn't that how you're supposed to do it?
That's how you do it.
All right. Appreciate you guys.
Bye.